Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to TechVaria. Today in our Zoho Books setup, we will see how fixed asset can be set up and how entire account works with fixed asset. So first, let's jump to our master configuration where in our general setting, we have to enable fixed asset over here. So once you are done that, you will be able to see the fixed asset option in your accountant menu. Over here, first we need to create asset type, which can give you a pre-configured accounting masters with your fixed asset type. And before doing so, we have to create chart of accounts for our fixed asset. So for fixed asset, what we need to do, we need to create a fixed asset type account. You can see furniture and equipment is here under the fixed asset type. So the type should be fixed asset over here. And then we can also create other fixed asset account based on our need. Like I have created laptop and computers also as a part of fixed asset. And over here you can see a small setting like whenever any item or transaction is made into Zoho Books and using this particular fixed asset account, it will automatically create the fixed asset draft, a depreciation plan, and that requires a fixed asset type. So how we can first create fixed asset type? Let's see that. So over here you can see fixed asset type laptop is created. So I will go to fixed asset main menu. On right hand side top, you will find fixed asset types and I have created laptop fixed asset type over here. So I will go and see what we have configured. So over here I have given name as laptops and this depreciation method is very important to select. So this is a fixed asset register or type I am creating right now for any laptop we purchase or computer we purchase. It will go into this particular depreciation plan. So straight line will divide your entire plan of depreciation with fixed month or year tenure, whereby declining balance you have to give a depreciation percentage based on the government rule, and then you can again divide up to the tenure. And then you can select computation type, non-pro rata or pro rata. We will see the difference when we launch the depreciation plan. Another two account which is very important to configure for fixed asset, that is a fixed asset account is already there, but to accumulate your entire depreciation count and amount should be there in another accumulated type of depreciation, which is again a fixed asset type account. And then we have to create another expense type account where our depreciation will be deducted under the profit and loss sheet. So these are the primary setting. Now we will also create a fixed asset planner for furniture and equipment. So what we have to do, whenever I purchase any furniture or equipment, it will require to create auto planner. But to do so, I have to create a fixed asset type. So then only I can enable this. So over here, first we will define the chart of accounts. So accumulated depreciation is there, but for furniture and equipment, we also need to create another account. So over here, I will create a fixed asset accumulated depreciation for furniture. That name I have given. And then I am saving this. And for the depreciation, we can have a common account, depreciation expense, maybe, or you can create a separate ledger for your depreciation. The depreciation expense laptops, I am having this particular account and I am creating new the type is definitely expense type, and depreciation expense furniture, because I need to manage and trace my depreciation expense based on the type of assets. Once this is done, we can go to fixed asset register and create a new asset type. Here I need to give a name and then depreciation method, a straight line I am giving over here, and I want to calculate yearly depreciation frequency. And asset life we can give, let's say, 10 years, that will be 120 months. So we can give months or days over here, and computation type, I want to give non-pro rata over here. And this is where we have to select accumulated depreciation account and then expense account for our depreciation, that is furniture. Once this setup is done, you can go back to your chart of account and pick this depreciation, or you can create and select this furniture and equipment fixed asset in edit. Now you can enable this option, so whenever you are purchasing any furniture and equipment fixed asset, it can launch the fixed asset type plan based on our configuration. And I also want to have this particular information on my dashboard. Once we are done with this, let's create few transactions for our learning purpose with laptop and furniture and equipment. So in fixed asset, I have already created a desktop computer which I have purchased, and then a planner has been launched based on my purchase date of 26 Feb, that was yesterday, and entire planning is here. And this depreciation board will be created and seen. Like from that day, you can see the planner is working based on the pro rata basis. So if I want to change, then I can select no pro rata. Then you can see a separate type of planning based on days which is available. So non pro rata monthly declining balance will create its own planning. And you can see the first depreciation has been count on 28 February only. Earlier it used to count from 31st March. So if I select pro rata and save, then you can see the depreciation has been counted with the number of days from purchase date of asset till the month end, that is 51 rupees, and then for rest of the months it will count full days. So that's the difference you will see for pro rata and non pro rata. Now let's say we are creating a purchase of our fixed asset. So whenever you are making any purchase, I am creating a new vendor, that is furniture wala, and then I don't want to give registration and supply is Gujarat for us right now. And then over here I need to buy office tables and office tables. So here, when you make any asset purchase, you have to select a fixed asset type account, that is furniture and equipment, and I am buying 5 table worth 10,000 each. And I also want to buy office chairs, again giving a fixed asset type account, buying 5 chairs worth 4,000 rupees each. Once it is done, you can say save and send. It will trigger an auto email, and then we don't have email configured, so I'm directly market issue. And then what we can do, we can convert this to bill. As soon as we are converted this to bills, we can give maybe my purchase date and bill date was 1st February, and I have to give vendor bill number. So the bill is created and it is marked overdue because I have selected backdated entry. Now based on that, if I go to my account and fixed asset, you can see automatically asset planner has been launched for my furniture. So for office table, you can see 5 quantity planning has been launched based on our purchase, and you can see the depreciation based on entire tenure in straight line method over here for this particular furniture. Likewise, you can see the depreciation plan for 5 chairs worth 20,000. But now before I launch, if I want to change anything, like I want to have a declining balance, and let's say I am giving 35% yearly and save as draft, you can see a different type of planner will be launched based on entire 10 years tenure, and you can see a declining with 35% of depreciation count. So this is how you can purchase, receive and create your assets from purchase to bill, and a planner will be launched based on our predefined type of asset types. Now, if you want to, create any asset on the fly, like I have laptop, and then you can give fixed asset number over here based on your need, either a unique serial number or any number which you want to give, and then you can define a purchase value. Let's say you are migrating from any other system, and then your current value, maybe you have to calculate based on your previous system purchase quantity like 1, and then you might have purchased this particular asset somewhere in January last year, and you can define a disposal value also and fixed asset types. If you select anything, every plan will be launched over here, and you can give a fixed asset type account and save as draft. It will launch entire depreciation plan from beginning over here. So you can see, so if you want, like the purchase value was 90,000, current value is 60,000, so based on that you can see a planning will start with 60,000, and then your purchase date was this, but depreciation start date you want to give in current system when you start from 1st March. So based on that, you can see entire planning over here starting for next 3 years based on our planning, and then you can see a final disposal 10,000 value will be there. So from 60,000 to 90,000 and 80,000 means the depreciated value was 20,000. We have to pass in rest 10 years based on our declining method. So this is how you can launch and create your fixed asset in Zoho Books when you purchase and do the stuffs. Now let's say I already have a test type of assets where the depreciation was planned from last year itself, and then we have to convert mark as active over here. But before that, let me edit and give any date from, let's say, this year, so we can track entire financial report for this year onwards. So this test asset worth 90,000, disposal value is 9,000, so between that entire depreciation plan will be there for 81,000 rupees of depreciated value, and it will run from January this year to December 2028 based on our laptop plan. So I have created this particular plan and I say mark as active. So based on once you active, system will pass the depreciation for whatever tenure is already finished, and then you can see the same impact in your balance sheet also over here. So you can see the laptop and computers over here, which was purchased and then mark, and then you can see the accumulated depreciation over here, which is passed based on the fixed asset 3,1875. And the counterpart, definitely you can see in your profit and loss in depreciation expense, that will count 1875 over here with some other FA2 depreciation also over here. So this is how you can see the real-time value of your fixed asset. Now let's launch the plan for our office chair and this both the thing. So over here now we can go one by one and mark as active. So this plan has been launched with depreciation over here, and it will start from 31st March based on our value. Now let's say if you want to dispose and write off, system will want an expense account to register entire value as on date to write off to certain account. And if you are selling this particular asset, then you have to first create a sales, collect the money into one income account, then that invoice can be connected here, and then you can dispose and sell this particular asset group to someone, and then you can register your income. Either you might be gaining something out of selling this asset, or you may be losing something based on your disposal value, and then you can register sale date and a reason to sell the assets. And that's how the Zoho book can manage entire cycle of your assets with this particular settings. Hope this will help many people to use Zoho Books and asset management with certain settings. If you have any question, do reach out to us on techvaria.com or our LinkedIn and YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Good day.